Here we see a hen and chicken fern, or pico pico. Its habitat consists of mostly coastal to subalpine, usually in lowland forests where it grows in the ground area, especially in high rainfall areas. Quite a small plant and quite stout, it can also reproduce two ways, either spores or by producing little small babies of itself, which are quite small but then will grow up to 5 centimeters where they drop off. These buds drop off, providing the soil is nice and damp. They will develop a root system and grow into new ferns. It's also preferred shade to partial sunlight. It's quite fascinating, these ferns, as they can grow into the little covers and over the canopy areas, and they can produce quite a lot of offspring in the short amount of time that they are alive. As you can see, I'm just showing a nice little area of where they usually subsist. Quite a nice damp with lots of leaf litter before it's young to actually grow in. I'll be talking about the next fern in a few seconds. Here's the next fern I'll be talking about, which is a Catotea. Its habitat it covers both the North and South Islands, growing in lowland forests, mostly in the westland forest, as it grows under understory of broadleaf forest, as it enjoys the shade and partial sunlight. It's an understory fern that can grow up to 8 meters tall, but it tends not to reach above the canopy, as it likes the shade provided by the taller species of plants. It's a slow grower than other ferns, and not a strong competitive except for the high altitudes when there's less ferns around and less plants, which can grow to its full potential. There has been some uses that it has, traditional uses such as the pith is traditionally used as starch source, but it's also rich in resin. As you can see, I was pointing out how it retains a lot of dead fronds at the base of it, kind of creating a nice skirt. Now, the next animal I'll be talking about is the paradise duck, or paradise shelduck. It is a group of goose like ducks which are endemic to New Zealand. Descriptions both male and female have striking plumage, with the male having a black head with almost black body. It does have white rectangles on its wings, which is quite distinct. The female actually has a white head and a chestnut body with the same white triangles on its wings. This is quite striking because this is sexual dimorphism reversed, with the female being more pronounced. They weigh around about 1.09 to 2 kilograms and are between 63 and 71 centimeters in length. The habitat. Paradise ducks are most widely distributed waterfowl in New Zealand, as they inhabit both the North and South Islands. The preferred habitat is pasture, tussock grasslands and wetland, but due to human behaviour and human influence, they have exploded in population and reach mostly around New Zealand and are very common. The behaviour is when they threaten, both ducks will usually take off and circle the threat while calling. These calls alert all nearby animals to the threat in the area. When the young are with the parents, the one parent would use the broken wing display, where they would act as if they had one broken wing and lure the predator away, where the other duck and its ducklings would escape. Its ducklings actually, when they're born, have a striped pattern on them, consisting of black and grey, and are very avid swimmers. They're quite a pest in the North Island, as they can shit in water troughs and eat a lot of grass, which can hamper the farmer's lifestyle. Here in this video, they are showing to do exactly the same thing as eating pasture on a nearby field, which I have videoed them on. If unmanaged, these paradise ducks would explode in population and are quite horrendous for destroying the pasture. Next animal I'll be talking about is a weka. Here in this video, I'm showing a white weka that's around Acomb. This is very